back to the Court of Appeal, which has given the government, doctors, union and the mediating teams up to Tuesday, tomorrow 10, to come up with an agreement on how to end the doctors' strike stalemate, failure to which they will take the case back to the Labour Relations Court. Daniel Mule is standing by at the Court of Appeal with more details on this. Dan, when the court ended, they said that the doctors, the Inter-Religious Council had invited them for a meeting. Do you have any information about that meeting?
Okay, thank you very much, Ken Mijungu. I'm at the Court of Appeal, and as you've asked, when the court was adjourned after the hearing of the special three-judge bench at the Court of Appeal, the interreligious leaders invited all the parties and the mediators to a special sitting to continue with the talks after that court ruling. So at the moment as we speak, the talks are still ongoing and the negotiations are still ongoing, bearing in mind that the court has said that this is the last chance. They are giving the mediators and also the parties in this case a chance to come to this court, and failure to which, if they don't have an agreement by tomorrow, then the court will be referred back to the Employment and Labour Relations Court, where the collective bargaining agreement was supposed, the case according to the collective bargaining agreement was supposed to be heard. Perhaps, Mijungu, if I just go back to the ruling today by the court, because it was a special sitting by the three appellant court judges, Martha Koome, Jamila Mohammed and Hannah Okwengu, and in their ruling, because they were supposed to give a direction after getting the reports from all the mediators and the parties in the court, they were supposed to give their ruling, and in their ruling they have given them up to tomorrow to make sure that they have a solution and the doctors call off the strike. And this ruling is coming after the doctors submitted a document which is a return to formula document, according to their own perception that this is what is going to be, this is what should be signed by the parties and also by the mediators. But the Council of Governors have asked for more time to look at the document because it has just been submitted to court in the hearing this morning. So they want to go through it, and if they sign it, then it will also need the signature from the Ministry of Health. But now the problem came in when the Ministry of Health, the lawyer who is representing the Ministry of Health and the Attorney General Stella Mbido said that the government has already withdrawn from the case, so they are not party to any further negotiations, and they are not party to going through that document that was presented by the doctors before the court today. But in the ruling again, the appellant court judges asked or requested the government to rethink their decision and to lower their hardline stance on this matter and go back to more negotiations to see if they can come up with a solution by tomorrow. Because if they all agree to sign that document, then it will just be filed in court tomorrow and the strike will be called off. Because the lawyers who are representing the doctors have said that if they come up with a solution after the talks that they're having right now with the interreligious leaders, and if the government agrees to come back to the negotiation table, then it means that if they come up with an agreement and sign that document, then tomorrow they'll have no other reason holding them back but than to call off the strike.
All right, Dan Mule speaking to us from the Court of Appeal.